All right, this is a last minute joint. Not sure how many of y'all gonna fall up in here, but this is a last minute joint. Somewhat of a test as well. I may or may not test live calls on my own today for the first time. It just depends on how many people we have fall up in here, right? Let me plug the joint. And I'm trying this way right here, this format. You know what I'm saying? So, Steve, at the behest of Steve, I'm trying this format, right? I'm gonna see what it do. Right, real quick. What women covet the most? The appeal of non-sexual intimacy from a masculine man. Again, and real quick, I'm gonna put up a phone line and we're gonna see if it works. And if it works, I'm gonna do more lives by myself where I actually take calls, right? Where I can get at y'all just on some one-on-one type shit. Let me plug the joint. What women covet the most? The appeal of non-sexual intimacy from a masculine man. Vasili's Combat Sports and World Events. What's good, fam? What's good? Let me say this. Let me say this right quick. And I want guys to understand what I'm about to say. Yeah, the screen is small. Raj decide the screen is small on purpose. It's a new format. And I don't got time to really explain to you the significance of it, but there's a rhyme and reason why you're seeing this lately. There's a rhyme and reason why, but we're not going to get into that right now. We're going to stick to the script, right? So trust and believe. This format is it's not. I'm not a fan of it either, but there's a rhyme and reason why. But regardless of that, let me get back to my point. When you guys hear women on the internet and they say, "Oh, I want a man that's 6 foot tall," or "I want a man that makes X amount of money," and all, none of that matters. None of that matters. All women, not some, not most, not the majority, all women covet non-sexual intimacy. Period. All women covet non-sexual intimacy. Shout out to ARC, the late Alan Roger Curry. He used to talk about no free attention. He used to also talk about the appeal of a man's non-sexual time and attention. Again, he used to talk about the appeal of a man's non-sexual time and attention. Now, when I was younger, in my early 20s, I ran into this. Right now, of course, I didn't know anything about YouTube. YouTube was non-existent. I didn't know anything about any terms, phrases, or anything like that. But I ran into this, right? Again, let me plug the joint. We're going to get a little more into it. What women covet the most? The appeal of non-sexual intimacy from a masculine man. Let me tell you something. If you really think about it, this is the great divide. Not money, not height. Okay, let me say that shit again. The great divide between men and women, regardless of what you're hearing from anybody else, the great divide is really this. What women covet the most? See, the reason why you might hear women publicly talk about all men want is sex is because they're not getting this. Or the frequency of getting access to a man in his non-sexual intimacy is few and far between. So you have some women that feel some type of way about it. Well, I'm here to tell you guys, be stingy with it. I said it. Be stingy with your non-sexual intimacy. And I'm going to break down why in just a moment. Be stingy with it. Let me just say this, and some of you guys probably experienced this, right? if you've ever dealt with a woman and she seems like she's genuinely attracted to you, she's touchy-feely and all of that. You know what I'm saying? She'll let you make out with her and all of that good shit, but she won't let you fuck, right? Now, in some instances, it could be because the woman is not sexually attracted to you, but oddly enough, sometimes they are. Okay, let me say that shit again. Sometimes a woman is sexually attracted to you, but the reason why she's holding off or the reason why she's stalling you out is because she prefers and she covets to get this. What women covet the most? The appeal of non-sexual intimacy from a masculine man. Look, in order for a woman to feel like she's cared about, in order for a woman to feel like her concerns and all of that, where a man is thoughtful of that and considerate of that and even compassionate towards that, she needs to get to this. She needs to get to the non-sexual intimacy part of the interaction. She needs to get to it, right? I'm telling you to be stingy with it. Zach, why would you tell us to be stingy with it? Let me break something down, okay? I want guys to think about this. What is the most valuable thing that guys act like they want when it comes to women? What is it? Put it in the chat real quick. What is the most valuable thing or the thing that guys place on a pedestal the most when it comes to women? What is it? What is it? Okay, sex. So do you know what women do? This is what women do. And shout out to Lucario. Shout out to Lucario. Lucario said a long time ago, probably a few years back, he said all relationships are transactional. Now, when he was talking about relationships being transactional, he wasn't talking about like transactional sex, where you got to pay a woman some money or you got to take her out on trips. He wasn't talking about the monetary aspect of it. He wasn't talking about that. He is right. All relationships are transactional. So if women know, and women know this to be a fact, most men covet sex the most. That's what most men put on a pedestal. That's what they try to get to, the sex. So what women do is they say, oh, okay, well, what I'm going to do is the thing that you covet the most, I'm going to trade you. Now, what I'm saying, I'm going to barter with you. I'm going to trade you. I have something that you want the most from me. Access to me sexually. You have something that I want the most from you, which is access to you non-sexually. Let's trade. And this is what women are trying to do. They're trying to trade you. Okay, I'll let you have access to me sexually if you let me have access to you non-sexually. If y'all remember, I did it to Unique 79. I did a video and I used some audio clips that he sent to me. And it was basically a woman bartering with him. Now, Pete, what I said, barter, right? Basically, she was saying, if you want access to me sexually, you have to date me exclusively. So basically what she was saying is, not only do I want access to you non-sexually, but I want to be the only woman that gets that from you. And then and only then will I exchange access to me sexually for that. You know, I was dealing with a woman some time back, right? Now, I want y'all to understand. I was dealing with a woman some time back, and she wanted access to me non-sexually. She wanted to hang out. She wanted to kick it, right? And I was like, nah, if we ain't fucking, nah. And I told her, I said, we're not compatible, right? I told her, I said, we're not compatible. And I said, let me explain to you why. And this, look, let me tell you something. This is the tug of war between men and women on the dating scene. This is the tug of war. I'm going to break this down, why women are bitter, why women are angry, why women feel some type of way. Not all women, but a good number of them. This is the tug of war. I told her, I said, we're not compatible. And I explained to her, I said, it's not that we don't want the same thing. We just want them in different orders. Okay, what I just said. Oftentimes, men and women want the same things. They just want them in different orders. Men want the ass up front, and if they like the woman enough, then they'll give her non-sexual intimacy. A lot of women, they want the non-sexual intimacy up front, and once they think you can be consistent with it, and they think you're not going to hit it and quit it, then they'll give you the ass. Right? That's what's going on, right? For the most part, that's what's going on. Is that, right? So on one hand, you have women saying men just want sex from women. They just want to use us for our bodies and then dip. Then you have men who are saying women just want to use us for attention and dates, and we don't even get no sex out of it, right? That's the tug of war that's going on. Now, this is where game comes in at. This is where game comes in at. See, when you actually gamed up, you can sidestep the tug of war that most men and women are going through. You can sidestep it, right? And then you're going to encounter women who say, you know what? I like him. I would love to have access to him non-sexually, but I'm so turned on by him, I feel like if I don't fuck him, then I won't get nothing from him. And at the bare minimum, I'm at least sexually attracted to him enough, and I'm curious enough about what it would be like to be with him sexually for me to go ahead and jump out there and take a risk. Now, Pete, what I just said, take a risk and have sex with this man, knowing full well I either might not never see him again, or he might not never take me seriously. So women have to kind of jostle with that. And shout out to Lucario again, because he said this. He said, a woman's desire to want to have sex with you has to be so strong that she's willing to forego that risk and say, you know what? Fuck it. I want him. That's where game comes in at, where you can sidestep the tug of war that's going on between the majority of men and women. I'm going to put up this number. I want someone to call this number. Let me make sure it's the right number. I want to see if this shit works. I tried it with Steve earlier, and it appeared to have worked, but I need to try it live. I think this is the number right here. Let me put my headphones on right quick. I need someone to call that number. 210-591-7552. 210-591-7552. Hold on, let me bring this shit up right quick. Let me bring that up. Okay, let me share my screen. Present, share. Okay, right there. Okay, share. Okay, all right, hold on. Let me remove that. Okay. All right. I need someone to call that number. 210. Anybody can call it. Just see if the motherfucker works. 210-591-7552. I need to see if it works. Right? Now, let me get back to my point, though. What women covet the most? The appeal of non-sexual intimacy from a masculine man. If y'all think about it, I'm about to bring it all together for y'all. If y'all think about it, this is why we tell you guys, be mindful of letting women spend the night too soon. Be mindful of taking showers with women and letting them lay up with you and pillow talking. All of that shit is non-sexual intimacy. All of it, right? If you're walking and you're holding a woman's hand, if you guys are sitting in a car listening to some slow music, looking lovingly into each other's eyes, and you're interlocked with your hands like this and all of that shit is non-sexual intimacy. If you're having a very intimate conversation where you guys are being vulnerable with each other and you're sharing things that are very, very important to you and mean a great deal to you, all of that shit is non-sexual intimacy. Okay, hold on. See, how come I can't hear him calling? Okay, hold on. Let me answer this call. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Where did the fucking call go? I thought somebody was calling. All right. Okay. All right. My bad. I thought someone was calling. All right. Look. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Let me call that number back. I'm calling back. I'm calling you back. Okay. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Let's see if this shit works. Yo.
Please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, can y'all hear? The dude's voicemail came on. Were y'all able to hear that shit? Hey, call back, fam. If y'all heard the voicemail, click on, press 1. If you didn't, press 2. I need to know so I can get this call thing down pat so we can start doing this more often. Cool. Bet. All right, so call. Here we go. Hold on. Oh, is that it? Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Why is it? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. It's ringing. Why ain't it picking up? Okay, hey, I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna need you to pick up the phone on your end because it ain't picking up on mine. Pick up the phone.
Forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Oh shit! Call back. Call back. We gonna get this down, man. We gonna get this down. Call back. Hold on, real quick. Let me get rid of that. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Okay, hold on.
Has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 818.
Yo, you there?
29846.
Come on, man. What's going on? Hey, bro, you gotta answer the phone when I call you. All right, look. We'll deal with him in a minute. Hold on. Okay, my bad, fellas. There's an echo. Okay. All right, we'll try to get him back on. But let me get back to the joint. Now, hey, at 7:00, we still have the Sex Talk show with myself and Steve. So y'all make sure y'all tune in to both channels at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Again, what are we talking about? What women covet the most? The appeal of non-sexual intimacy from a masculine man and why you need to be stingy with it. Guys, make sure before you introduce women to that side of you that, number one, she's earned that. Do not introduce women to that side of you just because you want to have sex with them. Right? Don't do that. Right? Just like you hear some women say, oh, I'm practicing abstinence. You need to practice abstinence with your non-sexual intimacy. Right? I'm not saying don't roll it out and show women that side of you. What I'm saying is be picky about the women you choose and elect to show that side to, and make sure you can be consistent with it. Because that's another thing. So let me get back to what I was saying before. The reason why a lot of guys have trouble with women is because they introduce non-sexual intimacy to women, not because they want to, or not because that's who they really are. They're doing it just to get sex. And then what happens is they realize they bit off more than they can chew, meaning the woman is calling them all the time, texting them all the time. The woman wants to see them all the time. And sometimes it doesn't involve sex. And they're like, man, I don't want to kick it with this chick like that. I just want to have sex with her. And I've literally had guys ask me advice about that. how can I still have sex with her and not talk to her on the phone as much, not take her out as much as I used to? And the reason why guys are getting to that point is because they realize they don't really like the girl like that. They don't really like her like that. They enjoy the sex, but they don't really vibe with her outside of sex. This is why you only show that side of you to women where you guys are compatible outside of sex, and where she's actually bringing value towards you or to you outside of sex, where you actually don't mind spending time with her. Okay. Real quick, I told a story one time, and I'm not going to tell the whole story, but I just told a story one time of how I met a woman, and 24 hours after I met her, I'm trying to set something up on a sexual tip, and she's with that, but what she was trying to get out of it in a clever way, she was trying to get me to go to dinner with her and some of her homegirls. And I told her no. I said, no, I appreciate the invite, but I'm going to go ahead and decline that invite, right? And the reason why I declined that invite is because me sharing a meal with her, right, is a form of non-sexual intimacy, right? It's a form of that, right? But also, it's too soon for me to give her that type of energy, right, where we're enjoying dinner together. But also, I don't want to meet none of your friends, none of your family members, none of your coworkers. It's too soon for that, right? I don't even know what you're going to be to me in a long term. Okay, right now, you're just a woman that I'm interested in sexually, and you're interested in me sexually. That's all that we know about each other. So I'm not going to convolute or blur the lines and do that extra shit. You got to earn that extra shit. You know what I'm saying? For me personally, I have to actually like a woman. I got to like her, you know what I'm saying, as a person. And that's another thing that a lot of women, I see a lot of women, they think that them having sex too soon is part of the reason why they're having difficulties, right? Getting the type of men that they want. And the only time I'll throw women a bone. Okay, and yeah, if y'all have a question, put a Q in the chat followed by your question. Since the phone lines is kind of janky, at least I can do is answer some of y'all questions. I'll throw women a bone right quick. If you're dealing with a judgmental man who thinks that you having sex with him too soon is not worthy of, potential girlfriend material, then in that case, yeah, having sex with that particular guy too soon, right, basically killed any opportunity for you to get to know that man outside of sex. But this is what I would tell women. Why would you want to get to know him anyway? If he's the type of guy where if you're sexually attracted to him and you want to show him that and he's judging you for that, why would you want to deal with him past just sex anyway? But what's really happening, women, and look, we got to tell the truth and shame the devil. What's really happening, women, is some of y'all just aren't likable, man. I got to be honest. Some of y'all just aren't likable, right? And what I mean by that is part of that is your personality, but the other part of that is you want unbridled access to these men, but if all you show him is ass and nothing else, he don't have any incentive to kick it with you outside of sex if that's all you're showing him, right? This is why, for me personally, if a woman stalls me out and says, oh, no, I don't want to have sex, I want to see, if you and I can actually possibly date each other, and I want to see if we can have more than that. What you're telling me is you think that I value sex so much and that I'm like the rest of these dudes, where I pedestalize sex, that the one thing you think I covet the most, the one thing you think I value the most is the thing that I'm going to work for, that I'm going to jump over hurdles to get to, that I'm going to prove my worth to you to try and get, right? And my thing is, no, the most valuable aspect of a woman is not her coochie. So if you believe that withholding sex or practicing abstinence or whatever it is you're doing, if you believe, well, access to me is valuable. If you believe that, What you're telling me is, if you're going to give me every other aspect of you but sex, you're telling me I'm saving the best for last. So if the best part of you is sex, what the fuck? Why would I want you? Now, that's just my personal viewpoint. That's just my opinion. Why would I want you? If you think the best part of you is your ass, is sex, why would I want you? Right? The best part of you should be what the best part of me is. That's true compatibility. The best part of me is not my penis. It's not my tongue. It's not what I can do in the bedroom. As gifted as I am, as good as I am when it comes to, handling that part of things, that's not the best part of me, right? The best part of me is my non-sexual side, is what I bring to the situation non-sexually, right? It's my compassion. It's my thoughtfulness. It's my consideration. It is that, right? It's my romantic side. That's the best part of me. So why would I give that to you in exchange for sex? That's not a fair exchange to me. All right, let me answer this question right quick. So he says, what about doing fun, non-sexual stuff that I enjoy doing, that I do without her? I can always dump her or time her out if she refuses to put out. Well, but see, that's the thing, Coach Still. You don't want to exchange. You don't want to, the last thing you want to do is barter with women, right? You don't want to barter. If you're going to barter with women, you might as well go find a sex worker and just exchange, some dollars. If you're really going to barter with women when it comes to sex, you might as well just find a chick. How much can I get for XYZ, and just do that, right? Here's the problem. Because this is what guys, look, and this is the funny part. This is what guys will say. Oh, man, I don't want to have sex with no prostitute. I don't want to have sex with no chick that's going to exchange sexual favors for money. But then those same guys will go out on a date with a woman, take her to dinner, and get mad when she don't have sex. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. So you spend money on a date and you get mad because she don't have sex with you, but then you refuse to go holler at a sex worker, where if you spend money, it's guaranteed you can get some sex. Look, make it make sense. If you're gonna barter, you might as well at least get what you're bartering for, instead of bartering with a woman hoping that you're gonna get what it is you want, only for you to feel some type of way when you don't get it. This is why guys get all upset when they spend money, when they fly chicks out and they don't get no ass. When they spend money on women, especially when they spend a lot of money on dates, they get mad because they feel like, I spent X amount of dollars, I'm entitled to some ass. No, that's not the way that it works, right? So, Cold Still, this is what I would say to you, fam. Do what you want to do. This is all I'm saying to guys. This is my only point. Don't get mad at the woman when it don't work out. Do what you want to do, but don't get mad at the woman when the results aren't to your liking. That's all I'm saying. Don't get mad at the woman. Let me plug the joint. I'm not going to be here too much longer, gentlemen. I just want to see if this shit works. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to work on the call-in line a little bit and kind of rectify that, because I'm using Skype. So that there could be some issues with that. I might have to go ahead and do something else, right? But I'll work on that. So next week or later on in the week, I'm gonna go live again and we're gonna test it again. What am I talking about? What are we talking about? What women covet the most? The appeal of non-sexual intimacy from a masculine man. And again, it's not some women. All women. Don't let women fool you. Even women who are single, and hold on, let me take this. I don't need this no more. Even women who are single, okay, if you pay attention, especially for you guys that are part of Facebook groups, a lot of these chicks are bitter. Okay, and the reason why they're bitter is because they're not getting enough compassion from men. They're not getting the non-sexual intimacy that they crave. And women need it. Now, let me just say this about non-sexual intimacy. Men want that too. Okay, It's not a gender thing. It's not a woman thing or a man thing. It's just that women tend to covet it the most. Women need it the most, right? Women tend to need it more than us. It's not to say men don't desire it, because men want to cuddle. Men want to cuddle too. Y'all motherfuckers spend the night with chicks you just met and taking showers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Dudes want to do all that shit too, right? For the most part, there are some guys, they're only doing it to get ass. And those are the guys that run into the most trouble, right? Because they can't consistently keep up that charade. Now, a guy like myself, if I'm introducing non-sexual intimacy, it's because I actually like the woman. I genuinely and sincerely like her as a person. And not only do I enjoy her sexually, but I enjoy her company non-sexually. I like hanging out with her. I like talking to her. Hell, I might even be sitting at home one day and be like, man, I ain't seen Shorty in a couple of days. I wonder what she doing. Hey, girl, what you doing? Hey, I'm going to come over and holler at you right quick. And I'm calling her not just for sex, but I'm actually thinking I miss her a little bit. Yes, I'm not ashamed of it, gentlemen. I have the capacity to miss a woman, but it's few and far between, though. It ain't too many women I miss. Look, let me tell you something. There aren't too many women that I've dealt with in my life that I was not in a relationship with that I actually thought about like that. Like, man, let me call Shorty if I miss her. There aren't too many. But I'm going to tell you right now, if we ain't fucking, we will never get there, women. If we ain't fucking, we will never, ever get there, ever. Promise you that. So Miles says, Zach, I once heard you mention a big part of dudes' problem is they don't holler at enough women. Back in your younger days when you were single, how many women were you hollering at a week on average? Okay, well, I'm going to tell you like this. Back in my heyday, and I feel like every day is my heyday, but there was a day when I got at more women, right? I'm a little older. I'm still doing my thing, but I got shit to do, right? I'm a father now and all of that, so I got shit to do. But back then, we would go out anywhere from 2 to 5 times a week. So there was a nightclub either in San Antonio or the surrounding areas that was open almost every. I'm not talking about bars. I'm talking about nightclubs, right? Damn near every day of the week, there was a nightclub, multiple nightclubs. Now, some of them, depending on the type of music you into, you might not want to go to some of them, right? But we would go out anywhere from 2 to 5 days a week. So when I would go out, I would holler at chicks all night. I couldn't even tell you the amount. I would holler at chicks all night. But fortunate for me, look, I'm not bragging. I'm just telling the truth. Fortunate enough for me, I always had at least one chick or two. Always. My whole 20s, and a good part of my 30s, I always had at least one chick or two. Always. I was never bitchless. Okay, women, don't take offense to that. I was never a bitch. I always had a bitch or two. You know what I'm saying? Always. So even if I didn't pull something that night, I can always call up a chick at midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, right? Now, sometimes I didn't because I'm just going to lay it down. But there was always a chick I could call, at least one, right? Sometimes two. But also look, I'm gonna share something with you. And this is something that I don't share often. I may have talked about it once or twice years ago, right? One of the things that made me very proficient and efficient at having sex right away, and for some of you, when I say what I'm about to say, you might be able to relate to this. What made me good at it, I guess, is when I was younger, I was cheating. I had a girlfriend, right? And there were times where I was cohabitating when I was in my 20s. So for me, and I'm not condoning cheating or advocating it. I'm against cheating, right? But I'm telling you something, right? I'm trying to get to a point. So when I was in my 20s and when I was in a relationship, my mindset was, I got a girl. And when we weren't living together, I still had a girl, right? But when we were living together, I got a girl at home. So I don't have the time to date women. I don't have the time to exchange phone numbers and spend a week or two on the phone trying to link up with chicks and fuck. Because I felt like if I do that shit, I'm gonna get caught up, right? So my mindset was, or my thinking was, if we ain't fucking tonight, or if we ain't fucking tomorrow, I ain't fucking with you. So now I didn't tell women that per se. Oh, maybe I did once or twice, but I never really let me not say I never told women that. I didn't make it a practice to tell women that. But in my mind, I was like, if I don't hit tonight, or if we can't set something up for the next 24 to 48 hours, I ain't fucking with shorty, period, right? That was my mindset. So because I had that mindset, I didn't waste no time. And that's why when I tell you guys, I can count on one hand how many women I took out on a date that I never had sex with. That's why. That's why. Because a lot of the sex I had, especially early on, was chicks I met within either the same night I met them, within the same weekend, or maybe a few days of meeting them. I was smashing. So taking them out, it was something I didn't have to do, right? So for me, it's just something that it became a lifestyle for me to not have to do that, right? So I'm not saying that to talk shit. I'm saying it because it was the reason why it happened like that. So what happened was, because I was in a relationship and I was doing that, and again, I don't advocate cheating, but I'm telling you why it happened that way. Why the one night stands and having sex quick happened, because I had a girl, so I didn't have time for that. But what happened was, because I became good at it, or because I became proficient and efficient at scoring quote unquote casual sex, if you will, when I was single, it was muscle memory. I just did the same thing, right? So it became just habitual, if you will. It became second nature to move in the same way. And this is why also I never understood. No, this is just my personal opinion. I ain't shitting on nobody. I never understood, like, guys that have girlfriends and shit, like when they'll be fucking the same chick for like a year, they'll be cheating on their girl and they'll have a whole side chick. I didn't have side chicks. When I was creeping or cheating, any woman I cheated with knew I had a girl, right? Now, I was dishonest with the woman I was with, but I never lied to the women I was cheating with. They always knew the truth about, hey, I got a girl. I can't be kicking it with you. You and I can't date each other. And I would tell chicks, I ain't trying to date you. I got a girl. Like, so me and you gonna do something. See, true savage. He know what it is. Look, what did he say? I only cheated one time when I was 19. My wife was South, and I'm on the West Coast, stepped out solo with a Mexican. That was fun. Now, my thing is this. When I did creep, the women I crept with, I never had sex with them more than twice. Three max. And I don't even remember having sex 3 times with one chick when I was cheating. But normally I would have sex with them once or twice, and that was it. And the reason why I never had sex with them more than once or twice is because even though I was young, I was in my early 20s, mid 20s, even though I was young, I would see other guys get caught. You know, all my road dogs were cheaters, right? They would all get caught. They would get caught up with their girls. And I would say to myself, man, they all getting caught up because they're getting sloppy. And the reason why they're getting sloppy is because they're getting too comfortable, right? They talking with these chicks on the phone. They trying to spend the night with these chicks. They going out on dates with these. And I'm like, hell no, right? So for me, I'm like, I'm gonna hit it once or twice and that's it. But also, and this is where managing women comes in at, right? This is where, and this is also how I became proficient at managing women. Also, I understood that if you kick it with someone long enough for an extended period of time, it's just a matter of time before somebody catches feelings. It's just a matter of time, whether it be you or the woman. If you're around somebody long enough and you kind of get to know them, right? Even if it's not something you planned, right? Because sometimes you can fall for a chick and you be like, man, I wasn't even trying to fall for this woman. But damn, she got me open, right? For women, it's the same shit. I was cool with just having a sexual relationship with him, but he been hanging with me, let me spend the night with him. You know, I think I'm kind of falling for him a little bit, right? That happens, especially when you do like non-sexual shit. What women covet the most? The appeal of non-sexual intimacy from a masculine man. See, a lot of guys think, oh, if I fuck a chick real good, that'll make her fall in love with me. No. She might, you know, have a lot of lust because you fucking her good. She might be addicted to your dick and all of that. But what's really making her fall for you is the conversations you're having. Shout out to Brody Dharma. I think, bro, if you're listening and I'm saying it wrong, my bad. He used to always say good dick in conversation. Good dick in conversation. So even if you're not taking women out on dates, if you're talking to them and you're giving them life advice and all of that, what women could misconstrue that is, or construe that as rather, is you care about him. Oh, look, he cares about me. He's giving me advice. He's listening to my problems, and he's really listening, right? And for you, you might not even care about the chick like that. For you, it ain't no big deal. Like I told you guys that one time I helped this chick with her taxes and shit. She was talking about how much money she was spending on tax preparation. And I said, man, I can save you hundreds of dollars. And I showed her how to do it. And I'm thinking it's no big deal. But she ended up, you know, kind of really falling for her brother and shit. And it wasn't just that, it was other little shit, but that was part of it. So sometimes people catch feelings. So for me, even though I was young, I understood the power of non-sexual intimacy. And the reason why I understood it is because I told you guys, I did a video talking about the most valuable asset that a man possesses is his time. And I had older women when I was in my 20s tell me that the most valuable thing a man can give a woman is his time. So I understood if I give women a lot of my time, I'm giving them a lot of value. Okay, let me say that shit again. If I'm giving women a lot of my time, I'm giving them a lot of value. So I was picky about the time that I gave. So for me, if it was just sexual, the only time I'm giving you is enough time that it takes to have sex and bounce. And that's it, right? That's it. Because look, the time that it takes for you to talk on the phone or text a woman, for her to get to your spot, that little conversation y'all have as you're walking to the room, the conversation you have right after sex, a lot can be said within those little moments in time where it begins to grow on a woman, where you begin to grow on a woman. So if you're dealing with a woman for months and you're repeating that and you're having these little conversations, even if it's 5 minutes, if she's sharing things with you and you're sharing things back, she's getting to know you non-sexually. So over a period of time, she may fall for you because even though you're not intending for it to go that route, just you sharing that little bit of time with her in between fucking and after fucking is enough for her to be like, falling for him. So a lot of times, shout out to LeBron for the $10, 150. So, and what I'm telling you guys, look, peep game. I'm not telling you not to introduce non-sexual intimacy. What I am telling you, though, is understand the power. Understand how much it means to a woman. Guys, but it's only going to mean something to a woman that likes you. Okay, I need guys to understand. It's only going to mean something to a woman who wants you. Because guys think, well, if I show her my non-sexual time and attention, that's going to make her fall for me. No. Because if she doesn't see you like that, and if she makes a conscious decision for her to be emotionally unavailable, you can actually fuck up a good situation. How many of you guys, and I know it's got to be at least one of you in here, where you was dealing with a chick and y'all was fucking and you tried to date her, like you tried to kick it with her, and then all of a sudden she ain't want to fuck you no more. She kind of pulled away from you. And the reason why that happens, because for her, you're getting too mushy, right? It's not that you're getting clingy, you're getting too mushy. You're showing your non-sexual intimate side, and she doesn't want that from you. It's not that she doesn't want it, she don't want it from you. I need you guys to understand that. She don't want it from you. Look, real quick. And again, LeBron, shout out for the $10. I told you guys about this. I'm gonna tell the story again to illustrate my point. Let me repeat the title, because when I tell the story, it goes with the title perfectly. What women covet the most? The appeal of non-sexual intimacy. Okay, hold on real quick. Okay, let's see if this works. See if this works. Okay, hold on. Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, hold on real quick. I gotta make sure everybody else can y'all speak. Is that Efosa? Is that you?
Yeah.
Okay, can y'all hear Efosa? Put 1. Can y'all hear Efosa? Put 1 in the chat. I need to know if y'all can hear the brother. Efosa, speak again, brother. Efosa.
Hey.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. Let's get it. What's going on, brother? What's going on with you?
Yeah, doing good.
Yeah, well, you got
Okay, I have a question. So,
yeah, what's up?
huh?
Yeah, go ahead. What's your question?
Okay, my question is that like I would like to go on dates. I'll go on dates. Like I have a 1% success rate. You know what I'm saying? When I date girls, when I have such a girl, I have 1% success rate.
You said you have 1% success rate?
Yeah, it's like 1 out of 100. You know what I'm saying? Let's say this for example. I said with 8 women. I put 800. I said with 8. So it's like 1%. So I want to know that how I can improve my percentage.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So all these women that you are approaching, y'all hearing an echo? Hey, look, beggars can't be choosy. I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, at least we got the call. So we'll work on the echo later. You know what I'm saying? We got to crawl before we can walk out this motherfucker. All right, so caller or Efosa. So when you're approaching these women, are you offering all these women a date?
Well, yeah. I'll put a date on the date. Never a mistake.
Okay. So now, prior to you offering them a date, are you being sexual?
Well, I get sexual sometimes. Yeah, I get sexual sometimes. Yeah.
Okay. Don't do it sometimes. Do it all the time. Do not. Okay. See. Okay. I'm gonna hit you with something, Efosa. The reason why you're having inconsistencies in the success rate is because you're being inconsistent with your approach. Does that make sense? So if you're telling me I sometimes do this or I sometimes do that, how do you expect to have any consistencies and favorable outcomes when you're inconsistent with your approach? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So what you got to do is when you find a formula that you feel like, oh, chicks is fucking with me, do that same, do not deviate. Do the same thing repeatedly over and over and over. And what you're going to find is you're going to become more proficient, more efficient, and more competent at it. Now, the more experiences you have, the more favorable results you have, then you can start to tweak things, right? You still want to do the same shit, but you can start to tweak it where you can make it more favorable, where you can start to increase, you know what I'm saying, the percentage rate. But first and foremost, be consistent. So whatever it is you're doing, every single time you offered a date and you had sex, Do the same thing every single time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you gotta, bro, you can't. So let me ask you a question. What would make you do it sometimes? Okay, and real quick, hold on, Efosa. My bad for the echo, guys. You know what I'm saying? Efosa, what would make you switch up? What would make you change what you do?
I would say with looks, her beauty.
Okay, stop right there. Okay, hold on, Efosa. Did y'all hear that? He said what makes him switch up is her looks or her beauty. Now, Efosa, you know better than that. Because what do we always tell you? When you listen to Elle and Miles, myself, Steve, Fifth, we tell you all the time, don't treat these women special. Treat them the same. See, what it is, Efosa, is you have a bad habit of doing something. And you need to rid yourself of that bad habit. You need to break from that bad. Yeah, he know better. Zay Mafia, because you've been listening long enough. I'm disappointed, Efosa. You, bro, these women are not special. And we just did the joint about these women, how their beauty don't really mean nothing. So let me ask you.
I agree. I'm sorry. I agree. I'm saying that. I mean that I get nervous. I get nervous when I do bad. You know what I'm saying? I get nervous. You know what I'm saying?
You get nervous? Why did you get nervous?
When I do baddies, like beautiful women, like I get like I get scared.
Okay, you get scared, you're gonna fuck what up? What are you?
I'm not say the wrong things. When I do baddies, I said the wrong things, and I messed up. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I treat baddies different. It's just that, like for baddies, I'm not using any baddies. You know what I'm saying? Most of them are people are average, above average, below average chicks. But when it comes to baddies, like I deep inside, I know that my baddies are not special, but it's easier said than done. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, so
I get nervous. I get. I feel the type of way. I feel very nervous on 100 baddies. So that's why I'm also scared when 100
okay,
baddies. You know what I'm saying?
so my brother, so Efosa, number one, just because a woman looks better than the next one doesn't mean that she'll treat you better than the next one. Just because she looks better than the next one doesn't mean that your sexual experience with her will be a quality experience. How a woman looks, and you already know this, how a woman looks is not indicative to the type of quality your interaction you're going to have with her. Okay. What's going to determine the interaction is how much she's feeling you. So here's the thing about women, right? And I talked about this. A lot of women, they want to be or feel desired, right? So when I tell you be sexual with women you just meet, I'm not saying for you to say I want to have sex. You can be sexual without being X-rated. Now, there's nothing wrong with being X-rated. What I'm telling you, however, is you can be sexual. You can flirt in a sexual way without being X-rated. You have to find your sweet spot, right? You have to find your sweet spot where you can utilize sexual innuendos and things of that nature. Like, I'll give you a real quick example. Right? I'm going to use a grocery store scenario, right, to kind of illustrate my point. So let's say I'm going up and down the aisle and I happen to come across a young lady and she got some food in her basket. And I tell her, I look in her basket and she sees me looking. And I tell her, so what you cooking for us tonight? Right? And she kind of laughs. And she was like, I don't even know you like that. I know. That's why you're inviting me for dinner so we can get to know each other. So what are we having tonight? And then I might stop and I'm like, oh, hold on, let me stop you. Okay, I said, look, this is what I'm gonna do. You provide the meal. I'm gonna go over to the wine section and get you a bottle of Moscato. I'm also gonna grab a dessert. judging by the way you look, you might like something chocolate. So I'm going to grab something chocolate outside of myself because you can't just have me. You got to also eat some food. So I'm going to grab something chocolate. So I'm flirting. I'm not being X-rated, right? But I'm being sexual in a flirtatious way without being over the top with it. So not only am I talking to her as if it's a foregone conclusion that we're going to have dinner together, but I'm also telling her, I'm going to get you some chocolate, not just me, but something you can actually eat, right? So if I'm saying that to a woman, it's not about it working or not. It's not about, well, if I say this, hopefully it'll work and I can go by her house and get some pussy. It's not about it working or not working. It's about me saying what I want to say, and whatever happens, happens. Earlier, you said, I'm worried about fucking up. Don't worry about fucking up. Joe Blass said, too much. Joe Blass said it's too much game for you. Hey, I'm going to need you to take that as a challenge, Efosa. I'm going to need you to take that as a challenge and tell a woman that when you see some shit in that basket. So what you cooking for dinner? What we eating for dinner? Right? And basically invite yourself over to her crib and make her think it's her idea. So Efosa, I got to get ready to get up out of here. I got a show with Steve in about 20 minutes. I'm going to give you the floor, man. Before I do, Efosa, treat these women the same. They're not special. They're not. And I'm not saying that a woman can't be special to you, but in the beginning, they're not. And let me just say this to you guys right now. Stop giving women your romantic side and your non-sexual side, all the intimacy, non-sexually. If women don't want to fuck you, don't get that shit to them. Because I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm going to go on record. The appeal of a man's non-sexual intimacy is way more valuable than pussy. Let me say that shit again. The appeal of a man's non-sexual intimacy, right, which includes your romantic side, is way more valuable than pussy. And the reason why that is because the appeal of your non-sexual intimacy is what makes the woman fall in love with you, assuming she actually likes you. She got to like you first, right? The appeal of your non-sexual intimacy side is the side where you actually get to know a woman and she gets to know you, and you show her a deeper aspect of who you are as a man. That is what women typically fall for. And that is way more valuable than a piece of ass, right? So when women try to barter with you, well, you know, if you want some, you know, some pussy, you got to do this. Nah, baby girl. No. That's not a fair exchange. Now, if we're having sex, that's a fair exchange, right? But why would I give you something that women typically fall in love with a man for something that's just physical? Come on, man. Come on. So, Efosa, I'm going to give you the floor, fam.
That's what I gotta say. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, brother. I'm going to go ahead and let you go. You have a good one.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care of yourself. All right, last call. Hopefully I can answer it and shit. I'm trying to answer the phone. Who I got on the line?
Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, we got you, fam.
This is Zay, 22, Ohio.
What up, Zay?
Yeah, what's up, Zach? So my question is, like, okay, so if you see an attractive woman, what should be the steps to where, like, say you think things are attractive where you might want to have sex with her, right? What would be the qualifications for that to happen?
Okay, so you said the qualifications for what? Sex not to happen? What do you mean?
For it to happen.
Oh, with her. Okay.
You guys say that you shouldn't just throw yourself at.
Okay, for me, I'll just tell you. For me personally, the moment I meet a woman, she needs to show me deference. 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 Deference, which means humble submission and respect. So when we talk about humble submission, she needs to humbly submit to me. She needs to humble herself. What I mean by that is if I'm someone that she is genuinely attracted to and she really wants to fuck with me, she needs to forego the desire to want to control sex. She needs to forego the desire to want to lead shit. She needs to fall back and let me quarterback it. If she tries to control shit, if she tries to barter sex with me or anything like that, I will lose any desire to want to fuck her. So for me, she needs to relax. She needs to trust the process and let it happen my way. Now, even if it happens my way, there's no guarantee it's going to happen her way. Meaning there's no guarantee she's going to get to know me non-sexually, because she still has to perform outside of just sex. See, her basically relinquishing her desire to want to control shit, that'll get her in my bed, right? Right? That'll get her some dope ass sex, right? But if she wants more than just sex, she needs to show me that she can perform admirably in that role for an extended period of time. And then we can see what's up with me introducing non-sexual intimacy in that, you know, after the fact. There's no guarantee she'll get there, right? The problem with some women is they don't know how to actually entice a man to want to spend time with them non-sexually. Okay, this is why I say hashtag her debit card work too. Okay, let me tell you the history behind that. Women who have game, okay, listen to what I'm about to say. Women who are gamed up, they understand this. If they're dealing with a man that they see value in and they think that man is the quality man and they want to deal with that man past sex and they want that man to view them as a woman that has more to offer than just sex, this is what women will do. They'll say, you know what? I know he's dealing with other women. I know he's having sex with other women. So sex to him is nothing. What can I do to get his attention? You know what? Let me call him up and offer to take him out on my dime. Real quick, I'm going to tell this story, but this story is not my story. So I might get some of the details wrong. Shout out to April MC and Lucario. This is their story. I remember years ago, Lucario was telling the story of the very first date that him and April had. And, you know, true to Lucario advice, they had drinks, right? Some point during the date when they were having drinks. And if April or Lucario hear this, and if I get any miscellaneous details wrong, y'all can holler at me, you know what I'm saying? Let me know I fuck some shit up. But I'm trying to remember, right? So during the date, when they were having drinks, at some point, she decided she didn't want the date to end. She was enjoying having access to the homie Lucario. She was enjoying his physical presence. So what she did, she basically told him she wanted the date to continue. And what she did was, I think she told him something like, I got to go to my crib to get some money or something like that, right? So she provided an incentive for her to continue to have access to him. So she offered to pay to continue the date. She offered to pay. So women with game, when they're dealing with a man that they see value or quality in, this is what they do. This is why some women will offer a man a drink at a bar. It's because she sees the quality in dealing with that man. And she's like, I want him to talk to me. How can I get his attention? What incentive can I provide? That's where women will offer to do shit. They'll offer to cook for you in some cases. They'll offer to, cook dinner for you. They'll offer to pay for some shit. You know what I'm saying? A date or whatever, right? So for me, if a woman don't do any of that, chances are I'm not going to take her serious, right? But fam, I'm going to give you the floor because I got to get ready to hop off and get this other live joint with Steve and shit. Go ahead.
Want to go over, so, and anything else, you should talk to them in a sexual manner, right?
Yeah, you should always flirt with women in a sexual fashion. Always show women your sexual side, okay? And when I say your sexual side, it doesn't have to be over the top. where you're using X-rated language. I mean, you could if you want to, but it don't have to be over the top. Like any woman that knows me personally, I'm a sexual motherfucker. You cannot have a conversation with me without me throwing out sexual innuendos or me saying certain things in a sexual fashion. That's just who I am. I'm wired that way, right? So the problem with guys is they are afraid to show women that side of them because they don't want to, like Efosa was saying, well, I don't want her to think that's what I'm all about, and then she might not want to fuck with me. My thing in the beginning,
right?
That's exactly what I'm all about. I'm all about, let's see whether or not we have sexual chemistry and compatibility. Because if we're not compatible sexually, meaning if the woman is not sexually attracted to me, and if we actually do have sex, if we both don't mutually enjoy it, what's the point? Why would I introduce my non-sexual intimate side to a woman if we don't even like each other sexually? That's a waste of both of our times, in my opinion. Well, it's definitely a waste of mine. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Be confused was right to say earn the dick, right? Dick is a gift, right?
It is dick is a gift, but it's not just the penis; it's the man that it's attached to. See, let me explain something to you guys. When you are a quality man and women actually covet you outside of just sex. Okay, hold on real quick. Let me see something. Yeah, give me a second. Let me okay, hold on. Okay, caller, go ahead and talk real quick. Caller, talk. Okay, crap. Okay, let me do something real quick. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Let me do something. Hold on, caller. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, general, man. Okay, this shit ain't working. Okay, all right, I can't do this right now. Okay, all right, okay, cool. All right, let me add it. Okay, caller. Caller, you there? You there? Can you, bro?
Hello, you can hear me? You can hear me?
I can hear you now. Okay, so let me go ahead and get ready to go, man. I got to do this show. I'm gonna give you the last word.
You man, I appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and keep watching the next show with Steve, right?
Yes. All right, brother. Appreciate you. Peace. All right. Here we go. All right. So, guys, in a couple of minutes, about 7 minutes to be exact, y'all can stay on the joint, or y'all can, hop over to Steve's page. Either way, we're about to do the sex talk show. You know what I'm saying? And about to get it popping with that. Again, gentlemen, what women covet the most? The appeal of non-sexual intimacy from a masculine man. Women, they want to be held. They want to cuddle. They want you to hold them. They want you to, when they cooking, they want you to come in the kitchen and wrap your arm around their waist and kiss them on their, but that smell good, girl. Ooh, hey, after dinner, you're gonna be my dessert. They want all of that shit. They want, even if you're not in a relationship with them, they still covet non-sexual intimacy. But what I'm telling you guys is, be stingy with it. Make sure that the women you're showing that side of you to, they actually are worthy of it, right? And you actually genuinely like these women. Don't just do it just to get some ass, or don't just do it in hopes that you'll get some ass, right? Because more than likely, you're not going to be consistent with it anyway, right? I assure you. And that's a thing that a lot of women complain about, is consistency. And what a lot of women don't understand, the reason why men are inconsistent with non-sexual intimacy is because they were only doing it because that's what the woman wanted. Okay, women, when guys only do it because they think you want it, it's not a genuine thing. This is why I'm picky with it. Because if I do it, it's because I genuinely want to, which is why I have the capacity to be consistent with it. On that note, I'm out of here. Like the joint. Tune in for the 7 o'clock joint. I'm out. Peace.